Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rosana and today we're going to be making apple turnovers. It's that time of year where it's starting to get chilly outside and we all start to need those delicious hot beverages. And why not accompany it with a pastry or a dessert? This recipe is so easy and it's filled with caramel in the inside. You're gonna love every step of the way. So let's get started. Let's begin by peeling 3 green apples. Cut them in 4s and then core the seeds out. Next, cut your apples into small pieces and toss them in about a tablespoon of lemon juice to prevent them from browning too much. Alright guys, our apples are nicely chopped already. Well, not really chopped, but I did cut them in really small pieces so they can cook faster. And not only that, we want to make sure that they fit nicely into our turnovers. So now that they're done, place them in a bowl and let's move over to our stove because we got to cook them. We need to make our caramel first. Add 3/4 of a cup of sugar to a pan with a little bit of water, then cook over medium heat. Making caramel is always so satisfying, but it can be a bit tricky. If your sugar crystallizes, it can ruin your caramel. To prevent that from happening, I add a touch of lemon juice and brush the sides of my pan occasionally with water. It's a lifesaver. Now just let it cook until you start to get a light brown autumn color. Once you reach your desired color, take off the heat and add half a stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix everything well. As you can tell, your sugar will start to take a creamy consistency. Whenever I make caramel and my color turns out perfect, I get this warm feeling of excitement. Remember, cooking and baking is definitely an art. Alright, moving on. Take your caramel and place it back in the heat and add your apples. Mix everything well. Know that your apples will start to release some juice and that's perfectly fine. Just let them cook until they start to look tender. Meanwhile, in a separate small bowl, mix in 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch into about 1/4 cup of water. Mix it well until there are no lumps. At this point, you can go ahead and add a tablespoon of vanilla. When the apples are ready, add the cornstarch mixture and stir until your caramel sauce starts to thicken up and your apples are completely coated. Our apples look tender and so glossy. Let's go ahead and turn off the heat and place the apples in a separate container. Our filling looks great. Did you see how good it looked? It looks so delicious. I went ahead and placed it in the refrigerator for it to cool, but if you have enough time, you can just leave it out at room temperature and let the temperature drop. Just make sure that it is cooled before you assemble your turnovers. So let's move on to rolling our puff pastry. Lightly flour your rolling area and place your puff pastry on top. Also sprinkle some flour to the top of your dough and to your rolling pin as well to prevent either of them from sticking. To roll, you can start the rolling pin at the center, roll away, then bring it back to the center, then roll towards you. Turn and repeat. I will work my dough until I've reached about 1/8 of an inch in thickness. Once done, grab a circle cutout that is about 5.5 to 6 inches in diameter, and you should be able to cut out 5 circles from each rolled pastry dough, making a total of 10 circles. Once done, I would recommend you add flour on top of every circle and stack them, making sure there's enough flour in between them so they don't stick. And you can place them back in the refrigerator until you need them. But I will keep it moving since my apple filling has cooled nicely. Line your dough across your lightly floured working area and add a spoonful of caramel filling to every single one of them. Oh my god, I love how glossy our filling looks. Now it's time to prepare for your egg wash. All you need to do is crack an egg and add about a tablespoon of milk. Then mix with a fork until it's all broken apart and well mixed in. Then brush your egg wash along half the edge of your circle. Follow the same procedure for all of them. This will help you close and seal when you fold over from corner to corner, leaving you with a creative half-moon shaped turnover. As an extra detail, because everything we do, we make it with love, we will take a fork and press along our sealed side to make sure it does stick and give our turnover an extra touch. When you are done with each and every step, move them over to a sheet pan lined with parchment paper and give them enough space in between so they can expand while baking. And guys, since I'm feeling inspired, let's egg wash them all to get a beautiful golden brown color. And make sure you brush them well, please. Our puff pastries deserve our delicate touch and full attention to bring their beauty out. Okay, now let's sprinkle raw sugar right over them and distribute it well. Last but not least, add sliced almonds. These look incredible and we did not have to break the bank to be able to get them done. Let's preheat our oven to 400 degrees, and before we move on, I would love to invite you to subscribe, like and share our videos with friends and family, and also do not forget to click the notification bell so that you are notified every time there's a brand new video. Now let's go ahead and take our turnovers and bake them for 20 minutes until they're golden brown and beautifully puffed. Also make sure to rotate halfway through so they can bake evenly. They are now done. They smell incredible. Our puff pastry looks perfect, and let's not forget that it is filled with caramel apple goodness. Know that you can make any filling for your turnovers. Pick your favorite fruit and get creative. And if you feel like it, add a scoop of ice cream while it's still warm and drizzle some more caramel sauce over it. It's so good, my eyes are sparkling. Our caramel apple filling wrapped in our puff pastry is perfection. If you're still looking for a recipe to make for your Thanksgiving dinner, I highly suggest you do these apple turnovers. People are gonna rave over them, and they're so simple to do. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and then also leave me some love down in the comment area. Thank you so much for watching, and then also remember you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Have a great rest of your day.